It says I'm live. It says I'm live. It says I'm live. Good morning. Welcome to an emergency or an abridged episode of Coffee and Bonghits with Jessie. I am Jessie. I'll be your host. Let's play this intro music so everybody can go ahead and take a minute to join us. Maybe do a favor and share. It's gonna be a short episode today. I don't know. I'm not even, as you can see, I'm not in the studio today. So I'll explain all in a minute. All right. Sorry, I thought this was gonna be. Oh, this is gonna already be figured out. There we go.
Resist with a close fist. It's time to resist. Resist, I insist, or your freedom will be missed. Ask yourself, why the world government on everybody's shit list? It's cause you know we've been dissed, and we got a right to be pissed. I don't swing to the right or left. I ride with God cause I'm blessed. God's gift to uplift. I'm about to blaze a split and reminisce like Hamlet when he heard the abyss. I said it's time we resist. Gorillas in the mist and fight the damn powerful. Freedom to exist. It's time we resist. Resist the machine filled by greed and green. They try to pick us clean. How they get so mean? I think it's in their genes. They some strange ass beings, filthy rich elite beings, doing strange ass things. I think can't slide a hand like them David Blaines. Murder, kill to all you Jeffrey Epstein. Hella mean, cause it's money they fiend. We don't wanna join your team, we want the American dream. I don't wanna join your team, we want the American dream. We don't wanna join a team, we want the American dream. Fight the power. Fight the power. I'll in your ear like an earring. Make your ears ring. Have you discombobulated cause you can't believe what you're hearing? Make your ears ring. Make your lips sing. Make your body move. Make this groove your fear. They aim for social distance cause they fear our persistence. It's gonna take persistence for our fight for existence. They gave us social distance cause they fear our persistence. It's gonna take persistence for our fight for existence. Illusions are inheritable, weaving webs innumerable. Her beautiful picture
Let's just try to do this. Let's try to make a show out of this. So good morning. This is Coffee and Bonghits with Jessie. I'm Jessie. I've been Jessie since I went to bed last night. Woke up still Jessie at 46 years old. It's crazy to believe I'm 46 years old. What's crazy is to believe that I'm 46 years old, and last night I had to wear a helmet, face goggles, mask. I never had to do that in my life. Okay, so let me explain what's going on here. I was in the streets till like 4 a.m. All right. You know, I say fighting cops, but mostly I was avoiding getting beat up by cops, right? You know, you do the dance, you get as close as you can, then they go, woo, and then you run. And then you get closer, and then they woo, and then you run, and then they get closer. So, sorry, I literally got like 3 hours of sleep, and now we're grinding. Oh, look, like this. I look like the Sprockets guy. And now it's time for Sprockets. Sprockets. Yeah, Sprockets. You know what I'm talking about? If you don't, you probably just think I lost my mind right there. Anyways, good morning. Welcome to Coffee and Bonghits, broadcasting live from a planet called Earth, the bioregion of Cascadia today, and beautiful Felonious Flats in Southeast Portland. You know I don't have to wear that, right? Somebody's going to be like, oh my God, I seen this dork. He was wearing a mask on a talk show. Who's going to get you sick on a talk show? Whatever. You see, I'm out in the wilderness. I think that's the Beatles or something. Who's that right there? Oh, that's the Warriors. My bad. I thought it was the Beatles. I thought the bad warrior was John Lennon. Forgive me, forgive me. So, man, did I miss anything good last night? What should I be talking about this morning? We're gonna get into the news in a minute, but they're gonna give me my news? No, they're gonna give me damn Ashanti's news. I'm using Ashanti's laptop right now. I'm using Ashanti's laptop right now. I got one energy drink. I bought an energy drink late last night for just such a reason. I bought. Well, hold on. That's a lie. Ashanti bought this for me last night, but I didn't drink it. That's what I meant to say. So I did not actually purchase it. They purchased it. Man, these fools last night. So I'm like, look, where's the car? The car is to the cops and 2 blocks over. So I'm like, all right, well, listen, players, this ain't how we're going to go back to the car. We're going to backtrack. We're going to go the long way. We're going to go up, around, over, so the cops don't see where we escape. Then we're going to backtrack. No, these fools just walked directly to the car. But a lot of the precautions that I've learned to rely on over 9 years of being in the streets protesting are often ignored by my friends. I have to say that, man. There's definitely a lot of wisdom that I've gained over the years that I could share. Yeah, it falls upon deaf ears. Last night I had to beg Angela. I had to beg her. I was like, Angela, come on. She's like, just let me film one more cop. Angela almost got arrested last night. I was like, man, they pulled her and then they got de-arrested or whatever. And then they took her phone. It's crazy, man. A lot of madness going on in the streets. And then they declared it a riot last night. How was it a riot? It was so peaceful. It was so nice. It was a warm night on Lombard, a historically black neighborhood, and then boom, a riot. But I'll tell you what made it a riot, because I didn't know last night. All night, I just kept wandering around going, how's this a riot? And you know what it was? They declared it a riot because somebody was filming a cop, and the cop slapped that person's phone out of their hands backwards, and it shot the phone behind the cop and broke the window. I saw it. K-Boo has the video. It's on Twitter right now. You know what? Hold on. Let's just do this. I'm in your ear like an earring. Make your ears ring. Leave you discombobulated because you can't believe that we're hearing. Like I saw this morning, they got a great shot of it, man. Did you guys see my video yet? Did you guys see my video yet of the cops having to load the mattress into the back of the garbage truck? They like flagged down a garbage man that was driving by. They're like, "You're a deputy now, son. You're a member of law enforcement." Yep, Frederick, you're right. Yep, word games. You're absolutely right, Frederick. I see you. Welcome to the show, by the way. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Marty. Good morning, Brittany. Who else is in here? There's a lot of people in here. Erica, Paul, Alexis, Oho, Jess, Devin, the little duck face thing. Oh, man, it's so crazy. The cops are so dumb. I swear they don't even want to catch anybody. They don't even want to prevent violence. They don't want to stop crime. All they want to do is terrorize. All they want to do is create a confrontation. All they want to do is escalate. And there was a moment last night. Okay, when I say LRAD, LRAD means long, or LRAD is an acronym. It means long range acoustical device, right? It's just a giant speaker that has an amplification device, and then they run a car alarm through it, and it shoots out this sound that pierces you and makes everything hard to think and to breathe, and people want to puke, and I've heard stories of people's ears bleeding from it, but most of the time they just use it for their loudspeaker device, right? This is the Portland Police. Lombard Street has been declared open to vehicular traffic. You are instructed to move to the north side of the street. Failure to empty the streets will result in the use of chemical weapons and citation bombs. That's what the dude said last night. Not citationisms. Not citationing. I don't know what he um um sorry. I'm not sure. I just got a weird message from Gavin, so I'm not sure what he meant. Um, oh man. Okay. So it's just nuts, man. The cops literally just show up and make the worst decisions. Like they'll tell you to go a certain way, and then they'll chase you a different way, and they'll run all these activists into the communities. And well, that's nice. I just found money in my pocket. Hey, P.S. I'm broke. I'm not broke, but there's a bunch of bills coming up that are gonna take off the top of this show. So hopefully tomorrow I'm gonna have like a little donation link down here somewhere. Like if you want to donate to the show, boom, you just click that link, and then I'll see it, and then we'll have a little party for you on the air. We'll be like, yeah, this person just donated $10. Yeah. And then we'll probably play some Lionel Richie. Fiesta forever. Come on and sing along all night long. Donate all night long. Or you can just buy some masks. I saw masks for sale. A lot of people want to buy masks, but the problem is I don't have time to do anything because all my time is spent fighting these stupid cops on a meaningless battlefield for a crusade that should be fought not in the streets but in the rooms of litigation, the houses of discourse, right? They should be fought with the pen, not the sword, not the pepper spray, not whatever crowd control devices that the police think that they need to use. Oh, Marty, don't, dear. I'm fine. I'm like the bird. Remember the Bible? They say, look at the bird. He doesn't got no grain. He doesn't fill the storehouse. Yet the Lord makes sure that the bird is dressed in the finest linens and gets a flower. It says something like that. I don't remember. But the point is, man, the universe always takes great care of me. So please never put out what you can't afford to send out. Whatever little butterflies, man. Because, man, you know, there's never been a day where I took a step where the ground didn't rise up to meet me. So I'm absolutely fine. You know, let's take this moment right here real quick while we have it to we're not going to go into a long version today. Yesterday I went into a long version. But remember, just take this moment to remember that this is the story of your life. And you can put your mind in two different perspectives. You can't, I mean, I guess you gotta have both, but really it's better to just put it in one. So you could be the reader or you could be the author. You can see who the readers are of their life because they're the last ones that know what's going on in their life, right? They're like, man, why does all this stuff keep happening? It's because your life is a page turner, but you're literally at the bottom end of that spectrum. Whereas other people are like, this is what's going to happen to me because I'm the author of my life, right? I'm writing the book report before I read the book, and then I'll read the book and it will match the book report, right? So this exercise we're going to do real quick, I just want you to step out of the right side of your head. Imagine your head is a car. Unbuckle, walk, get up, open the door, get out, walk around the back of your head, climb in the front seat. Buckle up, look around inside your head. You got a big steering wheel. You control the windshield wipers. You control the horn. You control the heater. You control the e-brake. You control the gas. You control everything. So grab that stereo in your brain. Visualize with me. Grab that stereo and pop in this Hall & Oates. I don't know why I say Hall & Oates, but I got it on video now. Do this. Man, you notice that, or you know that I noticed that our listeners drop off, our viewership drops off when I do that. They only want the give me the dirt, give me the scoop, tell me what it's like in the streets. That's all they want. Well, stay tuned for breaking news, and they will give it to you. Also, maybe stay tuned for a special guest, or you could stay tuned for new music, or you could stay tuned for my horoscope, which you can borrow. You know how that works? Horoscopes are kind of arbitrary, right? So if you just read a horoscope, it could be interchangeable, right? And so it doesn't do us any good to waste the time that we have together. Even when I'm doing a show like this and I only have one camera to use and I don't have angles, I feel like in my head sometimes I want to make points and turn to my other cameras and go, oh, you're not there. You abandoned me. Why have thou forsaken me, other camera? Anyways, shout out to the people at the 5 Radio XL in Kansas City making the big comeback. They shut down for the coronavirus and been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for the comeback. I've been holding it down myself. Me and Phil and the other Phil, me and the two Phils, we've been filling the bill. What's up, Oliver? Yeah, you know, Corey, that's not the Hall & Oates song that I wanted to choose, and I also feel like I should let you guys know that Hall & Oates itself isn't Hall & Oates itself isn't what is the magical power. The magical power is just knowing that you control that. You control everything in your life. I'm not going to dwell on it, but I will say this. There's 2 universes, man. There's the universe in front of your eyes, which is finite, and there's the universe behind your eyes, which is infinite. So take that infinite head or that infinite universe, filter it through the lens, which is your skull, which is the gift you've been given, which is your controller. This is your brain. This is your Nintendo. This is what you got. That's why when people say take care of your brain, it's the same as taking care of your controller. When people say take care of your body, it's the same as taking care of your phone charger. This is where your electricity comes in. This is where your information comes in. You're absolutely right, Vince. So it's cool to do drugs if you need to. But it's not cool to do drugs when you don't need to. Here's an example. When I was struggling with my immortality, I used to consume a lot of LSD, which would help remind me of my godliness, right? Of my divinity, of my spark, of my light, of my uniqueness, my rareness, right? Boom, you're special. Thank you, acid. But now that I've learned to embrace that as not only a lifestyle, but as something that I really believe, in my divinity, right? Like there's no question that the moment that I die right now, I'll just turn into a puff of purple smoke and just go reincarnate as some other shit. And I have absolutely zero fear and I'm confident. So now when I take acid, it reminds me of my own mortality, right? It reminds me of fingernails growing, and skin flakes, and nose hairs, and tongue scum. Right? So I don't like to do that anymore. So when I say take care of your brain, no, Jess, you did not miss that yet. We're gonna get to it here in a minute. When I say take care of your brain, when I say take care of your body, if you need to, but that's your controller. That's what you have. That's what you've been given. You don't get a new one. You might be able to upgrade it. You might be able to get some pins in your shoulder. You might be able to get a cortisone shot like John Elway, but it's really the only one you got. Man, I'm just rambling. Is it the bottom of the hour yet? The first half hour, for somebody who's never watched this show before, this is how it works. The first half hour, I ramble, we get settled, we remember that we are the authors of our stories. We begin to speak and think with intent, and then we go out and crush. And then at 9:30, we we start discussing the news. I'll turn on the news. So that's at the bottom of the hour. I just want to let you know before I forget, the first hour, half hour of this show is always brought to you by Stand Up, Fight Back. Stand Up and Fight Back. .bigcartel.com. All the edgy shit I wear is to let my enemies know and my friends know, but my friends already know. My enemies should know. This is who I am. If I got a picture of a Nazi getting punched in his face, it's probably because I like it. If I got a picture of a dude drinking a Hawaiian Punch, it's probably because I like it. When I was a little kid, I used to have this Hawaiian Punch shirt. I had that Hawaiian Punch dude, and it said, anybody who want a Hawaiian Punch? And man, his arm just got so big, and he smashed this dude right in his face. And I love that shirt. And I was a little ass kid. Do you, Alexis? Thank you. What's on my mug? I got a Hello Kitty mug today. I do have a Hello Kitty mug. I assume it's Ashanti's because Lisa and Ashanti have been nice enough to open not only their house but their couch to me. Because we drug ass in last night. I fell asleep in the car while freaking Saving Private Ryan over here. And Ashanti, they squandered that 45 minutes that they could have been sleeping, and that's why they're sleeping now. But me, I took advantage of that extra 45 minutes of snoozery, and it propelled me to be the Jessie that I am today on Tuesday. So real quick, let me remind you why Tuesday is important. Tuesday is often the most important day of the week. Have you ever seen that video where it's about leadership? And they have the one dude that's dancing, and they're like, this dude's not the leader. It seems like he might be because he takes a risk and he goes down this hill and he dances by himself. But it's the second dude that goes up to lend his support. That's really the dude that takes the risk in the video, right? And that is apparently the leader guy. Well, that guy is Tuesday, man. Monday's full of a lot of ideas, you know what I'm saying? You throw out a lot of poles, a lot of hooks, a lot of bait. But Tuesday is really the follow-through day, right? When you take your Monday plans, not every Monday plan is going to make it to Tuesday, right? Not every high school basketball player is going to make it to the NBA. So Tuesday is like your day to pull out the best stuff from Monday and be like, all right. It's like when they have too many babies and they have to turn one into food and then feed the other babies the one baby. No, that doesn't happen. Okay, well, imagine if that happened. We're going to take some of our bad ideas, or no, there is no bad ideas, really. Unless you want to rap battle me. That's a bad that's a bad idea. You don't want to rap battle me, sonny boy. But anyways, other than that, there are no bad ideas. So you're less, your ideas with a little bit less potential to manifest themselves this week. You cull that from the rest of the herd, CULL, and then you pick your favorite ideas from Monday and you figure out which one woke up in your brain on Tuesday, right? For me, it's still in that house. I'm gonna steal that house. This shit going on out downtown right now. That's good. That's great. That's cool. That's nice. What we're about to do. What we're about to do will cement my legacy as the greatest superhero slash villain of all Portland history. You know who I'm competing with right now? Bunko Kelly, Bud Clark, Vera Katz. That's it. And Trumpet Bob. Or Kurt, not Bob. Kurt, working Kurt. You know Kurt? Oh my God. Has Kirk Reeves been dead long enough? Has he been dead long enough to say that that was the worst show in the history of the world? That show was literally unwatchable, except that he was so sincere. Those jokes were so awful, but he told them as if they were the best jokes ever told. His skits were so poorly written with no punchlines, and he acted them as if they were Hamlet. So I think that's my competition. Oh, and the Chuck E. Cheese on 92nd and 92nd and Powell. Oh, and Ramblin' Rod, Joel Iwanaga. Oh, who's the guy from AM Northwest? Tom Bosley. No, not Tom Bosley. The guy that looks like Tom Bosley. Jim Bosley? Was it Jim Bosley? But he doesn't look like Tom Bosley. His name looks like Tom Bosley. I think it was Jim Bosley and Mary Starrett. I'm sorry, this memory in my head right now is from 1980. Forgive me. Who else are some Portland legends that I have to compete with? The Chuck E. Cheese on 92nd is an OG. I seen that dude smoking a cigarette one time behind Chuck E. Cheese when I was in high school. I was like, yo, Chuck, you smoking? He was like, fuck off, kid. And I was like, damn. So, yeah, who else? Who else? Ramblin' Rod. I'm definitely trying to be on Ramblin' Rod's level. I'm definitely trying to be on the same level. I probably am on the same level as Working Kirk because I know that you guys don't get my jokes, but I still tell them as if they're Hamlet because that's what I do. I tell Hamlet jokes. All right, yo, here's a reminder. Our first half hour, as always, is brought to you by Stand Up and Fight Back at BigCartel.com. Working class streetwear for the modern Nazi smasher. Or you could just be a house mom that wants to ruffle some feathers at the PTA meeting when the coronavirus goes away, if they ever bring back PTA. Does anybody want them to bring back PTA? Is that even a thing? Like, are there people going, we got to get back to normal so we got to get back to normal so we can have the PTA again. Okay, so look, let's just go through my Twitter. It's now the bottom of the hour. It's 10:30. I'm on schedule with a head full. All right. Hey, but throughout the day, you guys can give me other people who you feel like I should be in competition with. You know, and I got no problem being in competition with people I hardly know. Okay, let's go back to. So this is what I did for you guys. I went to my Twitter. And began pulling out people that I felt were relevant to the conversations that we're having in Portland, Oregon right now. And whatever city I'll currently be going to the bathroom in will be the city that I mostly discuss. So if I'm mostly in Kansas City, I'll mostly talk about Kansas City. If I'm in Hawaii, I'll mostly talk about Hawaii, because this show is for me, not for you. I'll let you sit in sometimes on what I'm doing, but I gotta warn you right now, you should turn down your phone a little bit. Here's your warning: if you're not paying close attention, turn down your phone right now, because this is my news, not your news. All right, now it's time for my news, not your news. Well, I don't give a shit how you feel about it. It's for me, not you. All right, violin visuals for Elijah McClain have been happening all over the country. More are being planned in many cities. I spoke to the person who came up with this idea. These are dope. This is really good, really solid optics. But the cops will still come break that up too. Okay. From Jason Wilson, the sheriff of Gallatin County in Montana is at least leaving open the possibility of removing an Indian caricature from their uniforms. As the story points out, American Indians and Native Alaskans are give or take 7% of Montana's population. That's cold, man. It does make me happy, however, to see that the Redskins are working on getting rid of that name. That is pretty cool to me. All right. I mean, like, it's bigger than pretty cool. That doesn't do justice to the struggle and the fight, the tireless effort. The tireless effort. Oh, shit. This is 21-year-old Bowlin Brake of Fort Wayne, Indiana. Brake lost his right eye when he was shot in the face with a police gas canister at a protest in Fort Wayne. So I want to just hold on to this for a minute, because this is heartbreaking. The kid's 21 years old, man. It shouldn't be his fight. This should not be a 21-year-old kid's fight. And if you think to yourself right now, well, he's not a kid, he's 21 years old. Man, that's a kid. That is a freaking kid. He should not have to fight this fight. But he has to. You know why he has to? Because the troops got their money. The troops don't want to fight a hard battle. These dudes that join the armed forces to get tattoos, they want you to think that they're super tough because they went over and with the world's largest military and the largest army in the history of the planet. They went over and dropped drones on some kids in the Middle East, or some kids in war-torn Africa, or some kids in Central Europe. That makes you a hero, because you went to Vietnam and killed farmers that were trying to just have some food for their families, just growing rice crops with their hats to keep the sun out of their face, and you came through with your jets and your bombs and your napalm, and you want me to think that makes you a fucking hero? Or you want me to think because you wear reflective sunglasses and you went to Desert Storm and you get a 10% discount at Denny's? Man. I'm trying to be real respectful of people because a lot of people that I love are members of the armed forces, including my father and my grandfather and both of my uncles. Vietnam destroyed my dad. That motherfucker ain't no hero. Now, your story might be tragic. Your story might be one of reluctance as you were drafted. So I'm going to dodge that for a minute. But I'm talking about people that literally said, that's what I'm going to do for a job. Why? What do you mean for a job? Like, I'm going to go join the Army or the Navy or the Air Force or the Coast Guard or whatever. I'm going to go do that for money. For what? For money. You're going to fight for our freedoms, though, right? Our freedoms aren't over there. Iraq has never had anything to do with our freedoms. Afghanistan never had nothing to do with our freedoms. Vietnam never had nothing to do with our freedoms. All of these operations in Central America never had anything to do with our freedoms. All the CIA involvement, all the using our military to back the overthrowing of democratically elected governments all around the world, that's not fighting for our freedom. You know who's fighting for our freedom? This kid, man. This is who's fighting for our freedom. This kid. And a bunch of people that got no business being out there. It's so scary out there. You're literally just waiting to get hurt. They don't let you have a gun. They don't let you have a stick. Most of the time, they don't let you have a shield. Most of the time, wearing any kind of protection makes you a target. So if you a badass, if you went to the war, come out in your t-shirt and come stand with me and face off against a military invading, occupying force that was ordered into our streets by a traitorous, falsely elected jack-o'-lantern of a president. If you are wearing one of those hats with the yellow freaking leaves on it, man, and a battleship, if you have ever gotten a discount for your food, for your goods, for your services, for your admission, for your hotel stay, for your trip to the zoo, if you've ever gotten a discount, you better pay it back right now, because if you're not in these streets wearing a t-shirt, watching your friends get hurt, yo, we don't do this shit because it's fun, yo. This kid didn't lose an eye because this is all a party. I can't even look at that kid's eye anymore. But you better pay back your 10% if all the heroism you did was overseas. Okay. We're going to keep scrolling until we... Oh, damn. Can we just stop and just on a Bo Jackson question real quick? Can we just... Is Bo Jackson the greatest athlete of all time? You want to just stop and talk about that for a while? I can. Bo knows this and Bo knows that. But Bo don't know jack because Bo can't rap. So that's a question easily solved. Moving right along. In case you missed it, Oregon's expanding its requirement for masks to include crowded outdoor spaces where 6 feet of distance is difficult to maintain. Holy shit. COVID-19 has its own logo. You're kidding me. Okay, we need a logo. What we're looking for is a logo that says we have COVID, but we're in Oregon. And we might kill you, but we're still kind of friendly. We need a color that says, yeah, you might die, but maybe there's heaven. Yeah, so OPB's got this nice COVID logo. Oh, nice of them. What do we got? Susan Hennessy says, once again, Tom Cotton just can't quite put his finger on what it is about the elected representatives of Washington, D.C. that makes them so unfit to be trusted with the power of foreign states. Definitely something, but what? Senator Tom Cotton said, would you trust Mayor Bowser to keep Washington safe if she were given the powers of a governor? Would you trust Marion Barry? I don't know what that means, but I dropped it because anytime yogurt flavor rises through all the obstacles that a yogurt flavor has to encounter in his life and then becomes the mayor of one of the largest cities in the country, that's a success story we will always try to highlight. Like, yes, Marion Barry, you are delicious yogurt. And yes, Marion Barry, you are a two-time mayor of Washington, D.C. My hat's off to you. All right. Ooh, shit. Daniel Lewis Lee, a triple murderer who set off a pipe bomb in front of Spokane City Hall in 1996, was executed by the state in Indiana yesterday. What kind of tattoo is that? That's like an ecological Nazi right there. I think we should. Kill more people that deserve to be killed because we just don't have the infrastructure. Like, check this out, man. You let 20 people go from jail, cool, but you could have killed the 20 worst people instead of just letting the 20 best go. That makes sense, right? That's what we're doing with the coronavirus. We're sacrificing our good people when we could just kill some old people. Old people are going to die anyways. Why are we letting them take up the hospital beds? Why are we letting death row inmates take up jail beds? None of this world makes sense, and I'm not arguing or advocating either way. So don't try to pull a point out of what I just said. I was just pointing to the insanity of it, just like the insanity of Paul Manafort and Michael Cohen being allowed to have their sentences commuted so that they may serve them at home, while on the other hand, Betsy DeVos is putting our teachers and children in direct risk. And then you have people comparing that to a trip to Walmart as if you spent 7 hours at Walmart. Man, you can't trust these kids. You know these kids are booger pickers and booger eaters. They don't even wipe their butt. And you're going to trust them? You're going to trust these kids to keep themselves safe? They eat glue, for fuck's sake. Whoops, sorry, church kids. I was talking shit about kids and cussed. Okay, let's see. Where are we at? What? Yeah, there's a car ad, but it's an ironic car ad.
This is the Portland Police Bureau. To those near North Lombard Street and North Campbell Avenue, this gathering has been declared a riot. All persons on North Lombard Street must disperse by traveling to the east. You are ordered to disperse immediately. The area bound by North Denver Interstate 5 and North Denver is now closed. Move now to the east. Failure to adhere to this order may subject you to arrest.
Sorry, guys, I'm still not real good with these buttons. Plus, this is a new device. Okay, let's keep right on scrolling so I can just get this show done. We're probably just going to call it an hour today. I just want to make sure I showed up, was reliable. Doing this show is really important to me, you guys, because I feel like it's important to the whole world. I feel like by the time this new website's done, it'll be just in time to really need it. We'll be able to pull back from Facebook, and we'll be able to do some information exchange in cyberspace real estate that I actually own. I don't have to borrow. I don't have to rent it from Zuckerberg. Now you think your landlord's a slumlord, man? Now I got the voice and I've been refining it. You notice I don't even really say the F word anymore. I mean, I sure do the moment I turn this off. The moment I turn this off, it's F word city. But you know, all right. No way. You're shitting me. Oh, this is devastating to me. Oh, no way. Let me take this banner off, man. This kills me. How? How, man? That's all you gotta do, dude. You gotta just be a dickless bear. Pour your cup of coffee on the fire. Ugh. Portland man accused of killing mother pleads not guilty to murder charge. And there's a nice picture of an empty cop car. That's a dumb one. This is a good one. No point in spending hours uploading clips that are exactly like what others may have already posted. I'm going to upload a few. I was prepared for a lot of tear gas and crowd control munitions. That wasn't the scene I encountered. No way. Breonna Taylor's murderer living his best life in Florida. To be clear, Airbnb has created a mechanism where you can donate money to landlords, many of whom have overextended themselves by leveraging multiple properties, which they rented out pre-COVID and are now going empty. To be clear, they've created this because their hosts absolutely hate them right now due to the fact that their homes are largely uninhabited and Airbnb won't pay the hosts for their empty houses. It's created a situation where basically the entire platform is turned on them. Not my problem. Let's go back to this face. Back to that. All right, sorry. This is really, I know it doesn't seem hard to you guys because you're probably taking a bath or laying in bed or pooping. But on this side, this shit is hard. But don't worry, because every day I get a little better at it. This is new technology. I'm getting better at it. I'm about to crush. I'm about to crush. And right when I need to, right when I need for this to be important. Oh my God, Angela. 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 Oh, thanks, guys. I didn't even see you guys say this nice stuff. See, I should be hitting these two. This is an important part of the show. Your guys' comments are a really important part of this show. So thank you for participating. The show would not be the same without you guys. Seriously, it would just be me talking to a wall. Okay. Airbnb has lost its effing head. Why would I donate to my host? I can't even afford one house. Hi, Rosaline. Like all of us, hosts on Airbnb are impacted by COVID-19, and many of them are unable to welcome guests. Now more than ever, it's important to reach out and support one another, even in small ways. Today, we're introducing a new way to connect with your favorite hosts. Now, you can blah, blah, blah. That's crazy. Let's go to this one. Let's do that. Let's add that. Marta Jones, thank you. Marta Jones. Angela, would you like to come on and tell your story this morning? If you would, you should let me know and we can do it. Because otherwise, I'm just gonna. Oregon has already recovered about 1/3 of the jobs lost in the initial months of the coronavirus pandemic. The state's unemployment rate fell 3 percentage points last month. And here's our friendly killer COVID-19 graphic. Um, let me see. Can I get up into my StreamYards? Hold on. New tab. Hey guys, have you seen our friendly COVID-19 graphic? It says we kind of want to kill you, but we might not. It might just be friendly. Okay. So I'm just gonna assume Angela would appreciate the morning off. But I will tell you that she almost Oregon is extending the routine publication of mugshots, except in a handful of situations where they have real news value. You want okay, you know what? I'm just totally bored. I'm over it. There's a picture of a goat. Here's a picture of a goat. Oh man, finally ADM shows up right when I'm ready to just get out of here. Finally Angela shows up. All right, screw it. We can 2-hour do it. Maybe we'll just do like 80 minutes. That'll be all right. 80 minutes. Let me see. Let me send you the link, Angela. Let me get in here. Intro broadcast studio. Broadcast studio. Guest. Invite a guest. Copy a clipboard. Hold on. I'm coming. I'm scanning it. Hold on. Angela did make me nervous last night, man. I've seen enough protests, man, to have sincere fear for my dear when cops are near. Yeah, she already did one arrest, which she's going to show you, or she's going to tell you about. As soon as I send her this link, she'll pop in. Boom. There's the link. Okay, now it's just a matter of playing the waiting game. It's just a matter of playing the waiting game. To pop in. I'm sure it'll be super fun. That's so funny. That's so funny. He was killing donuts. I was killing donuts. I smashed those things last night. All right, let's see what else we get real quick. Screw that. What do we got here? The repeated potentially deadly use of force underscores the need for a national ban on neck restraints. I don't know what that is. Oh my gosh. Burger King takes on climate change with a new Portland menu item, reduced methane emissions Whopper. Those kids, I'd rather eat those kids than anything they're advertising. Okay, hold on. Let's see what else is going on here. You know what? I bet I don't even have the right screen on. Oh, sure I do. Except I don't need this screen. Hold on. Move that screen. All right. Angela, where are you? Yeah, that echo. Man, I really thought that sucks you can hear all these clicks. Sorry. I don't know how to. That's awesome. Tear gas Teddy. Ted Wheeler needs to resign. If Ted resigns, can we go for it? That's the question. I mean, that's a serious question. Whoa, more than 300 inmates in Oregon custody have tested positive for COVID-19. That's despite very low testing rates. Man, I bet the stuff you catch in jail is so bad. Oh, when they arrested me, when I went in the Justice Center, I was sitting there from like 1 a.m. to 10 a.m. So this isn't a math show, but let's just say about 8 hours. So I was staying there in that environment where people kept using the bathroom, using the phones, whatever. And through one time, a trustee came through and sprayed and wiped off. And that was it. In 8 hours, one spray down. Man, this is why I use a real touch screen when I'm in the studio doing the show. When I'm at Fight Lounge, because remember I told you guys I'm just at Ashanti's. Hey guys, look, Angela's oh what?
I just woke up. You can tell.
Look at her, guys. She's horizontal. I'm so proud of her.
I got my camera the right way though. Right?
Uh-oh.
Did you notice that?
I see a Nick head.
In here.
A Nick head.
Don't be a Nick head, man.
What time is it?
Damn, bro, your eyes are redder than mine. I've been smoking pot all morning.
I'm fucking
I'm
tired,
super
bro.
Tired.
Look, everybody's so happy to have you guys here. Let's see if we can.
Fuck the police. Fucking assholes.
Look, this is a new one. I gotta start doing some cool stuff on the bottom. No, where's he going?
He's grabbing a chair.
What?
Grabbing a chair. There's this.
Hold on. So I don't have my headphones. Hold up.
Sorry.
Whoa. I don't know what's going on. Okay, look, Angela. Just tell us what happened to you last night.
So we were in the front, of course, and I was videoing the officers, and they were pushing us back. We were all walking back slowly, of course, and when we were moving, there was a crowd kind of to the left of us also that had gone down the other way down the street. So I saw an officer my phone is about to die. My phone's at 20% because I lost my charger last night and my battery pack in the mix. But anyways, so I look to the left because I see an officer throwing a flashbang or a smoke bomb. I couldn't tell which one it was. So I look over.
Flashbang.
And I see him throwing it at those people that are standing there watching. They're just standing there watching us get moved. And so I'm looking that way, and the officer decides that that's a good time to shove us without telling us, like they're moving us back again, because they would move us back and then stop and then move us back and then stop. So when I was looking to the left, I had someone here too, and we were both looking that way because he threw a flashbang at the people. And then the lady officer shoved us with her baton. And when she shoved us, I grabbed her baton because she shoved us back. And that's like, a natural instinct that you're going to do is what's happening in the middle.
The fuck? We got double Jessie going on.
That's awesome.
All right. That was my free falling cam.
So that's what my camera looked like when I dropped my phone. But yeah, so when she shoved us, she had her baton sideways and shoved us with it. So when she shoved us, I grabbed her baton and I might have shoved back a little bit because, I'm like, It's frustrating. It's very hard to keep. I said this on my live last night. It's very hard to keep your emotions calm when someone's being violent towards you and you're trying to follow direction. And then you can't hear them. It's very frustrating. And they're obviously frustrated because they're shoving people, which is not okay. You shouldn't do that. If you're trying to give someone direction and they're obviously not paying attention, maybe tell them that you're moving them again, and say it loud, because it's so hard to hear them when they have their gas masks on. You can't hear anything.
Well, they have a radio in their gas mask that makes their voice all digital, like they're the fucking G.I. Joe bad guy. Fucking, what the fuck is his name? Snake Eyes.
Snake Eyes the good guy.
So that's what. So when I shoved back, all the officers then reached in and tried to get me. And so when that happened, all the people behind me actually grabbed me. My phone got knocked out of my hand at one point, but it was in my charger was attached to it, and the charger thing was in my pocket. So it just dragged along the ground for a minute. And then someone stepped on when they were dragging me backwards. And then someone stepped on it, my charger, and then I lost my phone at that point. And once I got pulled back away from the officers and I was free, I just ran the other way. Because I didn't want to endanger anybody else around me in that area by them coming to try to come after me. So I just ran as far as I could down the street to where Shanti was actually. And then we found my phone later. Someone actually picked up my phone, the girl that was next to me. And when she picked up my phone, she was holding it and asking whose it was. And then I just ended up coming back up and yelling for the phone, and people directed us to where she was.
It took us a minute and a half to get the phone back. That's how fucking dope this community is that we're with.
No way.
A minute and a half. That was it, bro. I thought the phone was toast, bro. Either a cop smashed it or got it for evidence, bro. And that fucking phone came back to Angie's hand so fucking fast. And on my video, if you guys go fucking check it out, I got a video of the fucking gentleman that grabbed Angela by the waist and that grabbed her when we all grabbed her from the police like this. The dude grabbed her from the waist and he yanked her back, dude. It was so fast. And I feel so much safer having those people with us, bro. Like, that fucking cop was targeting Angela ever since the last Tuesday fucking event at fucking North Portland, dude. Same fucking cop, same fucking doofus looking face, dude. She fucking knew Angela right away when she walked up to. The bitch started fucking laughing.
She did. Everyone around me was like, why is she laughing? Or why is she like looking this way and laughing at us? And I'm like, I look over and I realize that's her. And I'm like, oh, wow, it's her. Last time we talked to her on my camera, on my live, we were asking her questions. I remember one of the questions was, why are you so armed? Why do you have all that mace? What's that giant can of bear mace for? And she said it was to protect her from the projectiles. And then everyone laughed and we all thought it was hilarious. Oh yeah, Derek.
Derek. Oh, Derek was there last night.
Yeah. So we found out, I remembered also when we walked up, I remembered the officers from the last time. I remember their faces. And when we walked up, I saw one of the officers who, when they were over in their like little, they were like, so there's a wall of officers in the front, of course, and then there's officers behind them kind of just doing things, you know? So the officers behind them, one of the other officers was all, hey, Derek, to the other officer. And he looked at him so pissed, like, dude, you just called me out.
And everyone's all, hey, Derek.
Yeah, and then we all started calling him Derek. And so we figured out which one was Derek last night by yelling, hey, Derek. And he kept looking over and glaring every time we did that. And so I started telling people his name was Derek, of course, because everyone deserves to know that his name is Derek. And he looks like Donnie Darko.
Hey, Angela.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a sincere question?
Sure.
How does your native side of the family feel about you being a copycat Mulan?
That's a hard one because so it's really actually kind of interesting.
Okay, let me preface this. because I've been to Standing Rock. I have a small knowledge of how the matriarchy works in Native American communities, right? And how the elders and the aunties and the chulas,
The cutlass.
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 Bro, so close.
You were,
bro.
I
You were
knew
hella
what you were
Oh,
saying.
so close.
You almost
Okay,
had it.
but I understand. You know, they always lean towards peace, and that's the duality with the masculinity of the warrior. You know, the brave Native American warrior is balanced out. That's the duality, right? And so normally most roles for women are more reserved. Yet you're out there just like Mulan with pink hair, with the on the battlefield, and I'm really interested in hearing what your Cutla had to say, and your mom and all your aunties.
So my Cutla is gone. She passed away. I don't have any more like grandmas on that side, but my mom was one of 11 kids. So I have a lot of cousins, and I have a few aunts. Well, no, I don't have any aunts left either. But they have a lot of kids. And then those kids have kids. And so there is a lot of family that I have in Warm Springs that are supporting me. And they're on my Facebook pretty often, actually. I just went and looked at some of their comments and liked some of their comments. And of course, they always tell me to be careful. Nick's mom was just crying. That made me sad because she was scared for us.
Yeah, my mom, she wasn't crying because she doesn't think that like we're doing the right thing. My mom, you guys see her on the feed. I mean, she's fucking big up in us and shit. What my mom was scared of was that she watched the video, was like, I didn't see one violent protester, not a single fucking one, not nobody, nothing, not a fucking aggression towards shit. And that cop tried to fucking hurt Angela, and it fucking hurt my mom's feelings. Like my mom's all to watch my baby, because my mom considers her baby as well, was like to see my baby have the police get violent on one of my children. It fucking hurts her feelings. And my mom said that program needs to change. That whole police force needs to change, you know? And the fact that my mom's saying that, you know, she's been through the civil rights movement and all that shit, like she's a fighter too, but to hear her cry and like be so concerned about the violence the police are putting on us, that's real community people fucking crying about this shit. And that's fucking bullshit. These cops cannot be fucking violent to us like that, especially when we're not doing shit to them, just literally standing in the road. The fact that girl had to shove Angela with a baton was fucking ridiculous. Like, why don't you take off all that fucking riot gear? Angela will catch ones with you, dude. Like, just catch ones with her. Like, you don't need to fucking hit her with weapons and try to arrest her.
But yeah, so my family dynamic is really complicated, I think. So I was adopted, and so I was adopted into a Native family, the Warm Springs tribe. And that's why I know so much about Warm Springs tribe. I do have a little bit of Warm Springs blood, but I'm actually mostly Klamath Falls native, because I actually know my mom also. I met her when I was 19, my biological mom, and that family. So on that side, my biological mom and that family isn't as traditional as the Warm Springs side, but they are like extremely supportive, and they're kind of like exactly like me. It was so weird. I just fit right into that family like a puzzle piece when I met them. I was 19 years old when I met them. So they're extremely supportive. They're on Facebook. They see what I'm doing. My adopted mom, this is where the story gets kind of deep, because she translated our ancient songs, our prayer songs. She translated them. And when she was growing up, she joined the Mormon church, or the LDS church. And so when she translated our ancient songs, there are similarities in between the Book of Mormon and our ancient songs. So in one of our prayer songs, it talks about a golden book, which is the golden plates in
Moroni, right?
in the story. It's crazy. And like it talks about Joseph Smith, and when the angels came to him, it talks about that in one of the stories. And so my mom feels like that's a sign, I guess, or something. And so she's been LDS, and so a lot of LDS members are conservative, and so she doesn't like Trump, obviously, but she definitely was not happy about me being out here.
Not at all.
And I wanted to like put a drum circle together at one point, and I asked her about it. This was a long time ago when it first started. A long time ago, like weeks and weeks ago.
It's been 100 years.
Yeah, but she didn't want me to put anything together because she said she didn't want any more of our people getting hurt. And so, yeah, I definitely think there is some resistance as far as like they're not extremely welcoming to the idea of the police being violent and our people being out there to be beat on by the police some more. So yeah, it's definitely different. Traditionally there's a lot of different things I think that natives do traditionally to fight something back, I guess. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a lot of prayer and a lot of like drumming and dancing.
No, I know. And
yeah.
And to be perfectly honest, it frustrates the crap out of me because that I'm a proactive person, right? And then to be asked to step back, to burn some sage, to sing. I've never been a fan of singing at any protest, not just Native Americans, but I don't like the church singing. I don't like the kumbaya singing. I don't really, I don't get that. I want to fight. So I understand that there's a duality to everything, and that nature has to have a balance, and it has to be that way because it is. I don't know why. I get that, but it still goes against my natural inclinations.
Yeah, I'm not the only native out there though. I was with 2 other natives last night too. So
the homies for sure.
Yeah.
The other thing is there's not a lot of Native Americans left. We can't spare them. We got plenty of white people that we could put out there. We don't need to. I say this before, but I'll say it again. A lady at Standing Rock told me one time, she said, a lot of people talk about blood quantum, but I want to tell you this. Even if you only have 1% native blood, protect that, because that's the most beautiful, magical 1% of you. Right? So that needs to be preserved, not put on the front lines. Like there's plenty of barefoot, do nothing with their life people out there that can stand on the front lines where you're standing, Angela. And you got to zoom on your camera.
I know.
She's used it.
It's not the same because I don't want to film the people.
Yeah.
I don't want to endanger them if someone's watching my stream. So honestly, it's just easier to kind of be up at the front filming the officers who are basically the focus of why we're there.
Right.
And if it helps, the independent review board a little bit. Oh. Why can't you hear me? That's weird. My mic's not muted. Or you can hear me? Is that what you were saying?
I think I'm on a delay.
Oh.
No, you should work. I'm on a delay.
I can hear you fine.
Oh, you know what? I just jumped on some Facebook group or some page that has 4 people on. Let me get out of here again. Hold on. Don't go nowhere. Let me get out of this. Get out of this. Let me get out of this. Let me get out of this. Let me go into. Hold on. Hold on. Hold
You hit
on.
fucking
Hold
19 guy,
on.
bro.
Hold
You
on.
do.
This shit is hard for sure, bro.
Oh, I need water.
Okay. Is there multiple knees? Let's give it that. Hey, that wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. Oh,
That wasn't that bad at all. This shit is hard though. Man, I'm trying to get Ryan to come on the show.
yeah, bro. Ryan was there last night.
I hit him up. I know. I'm like,
Hey,
where you at?
I noticed some real shady fucking shit that the cops are doing, and they're trying to front like they're doing the right thing last night, man. When I was up front, if you guys go back and like watch the video and shit, when I was up front filming the police, these cops that are standing there in the front, that basically they look like trainees and shit, but they take their shirt like this and they hold their badge number out so you can see all the numbers, and they shine their flashlight on it. But if you notice in the video, there is the cops with the tear gas. Oh shit! On. Hey, Ange, how do you get back to this shit?
Turn your camera back on.
I'm trying. That's fucking.
You just hit a button to turn the camera off. Take your time. I'm still trying to get Ryan on the show.
Yeah,
I'll try to effort him. I'll have my people call his people. Oh, well, I'm his people. Right. Yes, Vince. You feel me? Producer struggles. See, it was better. Oh, my gosh. Angela, I thought you were Godzilla. That was crazy. That was scary. Yeah, Vince,
but,
see,
what I was saying,
in Kansas City, I had a team. I even had an intern. Shout out Amina. Shout out Kansas City. Shout out everybody. You know what? I bet, Ryan, you could just click the link I sent you on Facebook so you get your own camera and then mute your mic and then just talk loud enough to show up on this mic.
Yo, what I was saying about those fucking numbers, those fucking badge ID numbers and shit.
I just sent you a Facebook one.
These motherfuckers were shining their light on their badge, showing you the numbers, right? But the fools holding the tear gas canister guns and the weapons, they didn't have a badge number, bro.
So the cops in the front were acting like they're being transparent?
Yeah, so they're trying to be transparent. They're showing the light on their fucking badge number so everybody could get it. But the motherfuckers in the back with the weapons didn't have no fucking numbers, or they were wearing their actual police badge and the numbers are fucking tiny and you can barely fucking see them. Also, was standing with a fucking girl last night in the front line, and she asked or told a cop, she said, hey, you guys used that same kind of gun the other night to shoot someone in the face, and now he has facial reconstructive surgery happening. She's all, you know, you could have fucking killed him with one of those. And he said, I don't care.
What?
Yeah, bro. I heard it in my own fucking ears. It might even be on my video, bro. He said, I don't care.
The YouTube stream is the place to watch the show, but I don't know if the comments are bouncing back. I might have to figure out.
The dance party was dope, though.
Hold on. Let me mute Ryan. All right, turn your camera around in your face.
Ow.
I'll just. Oh yeah, yeah. Okay.
Right.
All right, so we're gonna go eat.
What? You don't want to say hi to your friend?
Who? Right?
Ryan, what up?
Hey, it's a Borat.
Whee!
Good morning.
Morning.
It's a hot mic. Ryan, you got beat up last night, right?
Yeah, I got in an altercation with the cop, yes.
And that was before we even showed up. We were on our way and we were watching in the car, and all of a sudden you got beat up. I heard, look, this is what I heard. I heard, you want to hit an old woman? You want to hit an old woman? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what you want to do. That's what we're going to do, huh? That's what we're going to do. We're going to hit an old woman. All right. And then, Next thing I know, Saving Private Ryan, he's a distraction. Okay, tell us what happened, man.
So I got there with Ashanti, and we were walking up with the music. And just as we got there, they had started to push to get him out of the street onto the sidewalk. And I would say probably 90% of the cops were just doing the kind of walk with their batons forward, kind of doing the slow. And there was a couple guys that were getting really aggressive with the protesters using the batons as weapons. And the one cop targeted this old woman and was continuing, even though there was other like 20-year-old guys around her, was continuing to friggin' baton in the ribs, and she was collapsing under a strain of having to move back and getting baton. And I saw the lieutenant guy or whatever, the guy in charge, kind of give this look over, like, what the fuck is this guy doing? And I at that instant, I just knew that I had a chance to break up this, the scrum up the action and get the gal away without probably facing too many consequences, because obviously they thought his behavior was repulsive as well.
Too many consequences. How many's too many? Where's your line, man?
I'll give up my backpack. I'll give up some base shots. I don't really care to get arrested.
Yeah, I got arrested shit for the birds. You can't hear?
I can't hear shit.
Let me see. You can hear. They can't hear you, but I can hear you through this. Talk, right?
Hey.
Yeah, I can hear you. This is the live.
All right. Well, who's having the problem?
Flawless, you mofo. Figure out your ears. Look, he doesn't care.
Hey, but can we say how badass Flawless and his wife Angela are?
Come get your phone hands. I can't hear anything.
Oh, yeah, talk about two warriors out there. It's nice when you have friends that will jump out on the front line so that you can fall back, regroup, then you can get back on there and start doing your thing. You know, I mean,
That's not
the thing is numbers is the most important thing. You know, even if you don't participate, even if you're scared of the cops or tear gas, just showing up and making noise helps the other people get a chance to refocus, and I mean, it fucks with the cops is what it does. And that's what we need to be doing, is fucking with the cops. We need to break them. We need them to spend so much money and become so demoralized that we actually get change. Because we haven't got change yet. Nothing's changed. Day 48, nothing's fucking changed.
No, you know what? It's even worse than nothing's changed. They're hitching their horse to oversight committees. Man, we've had oversight committees. You know how many hours of my life I've wasted participating in police review boards and oversight committees, and they keep changing the name of it. That's what it's the same old horse, but you just keep changing the name. Like if I tell you on Tuesday I don't want to buy your old stupid horse named Ted, then don't tell me that you got a brand new horse, but it's the same horse, but you just changed his name to Fred, right? A review board and an oversight committee only has the power to make recommendations to the next level up, right? So the power of that is limited. Hey, thanks, Ryan, for coming on. Yeah, no, the power is limited to how seriously the next level up is going to take that order, right? Or that referral or that recommendation or that review. Like I've sat in boardrooms with bottled waters, the short ones, not even the tall ones, the short bottled waters, and the tall ones too. I'm just remembering the worst times when I only had one short bottle of water. But the whole panel would make near unanimous recommendations. And then the representative from the police bureau and the representative from the labor union, the police labor union, they would look at this exact same evidence, this exact same set of circumstances, this exact story, and they would just discount it. Like, what the fuck? How? What? Why? Why even make the recommendation then? Why did we even come here and make the recommendation if you aren't going to take it seriously? So now for Ted to say, okay, I'm listening to the community. What we're going to do is we're going to create an oversight board. Like what? 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 Remember, Ted, when you stole my platform of police reform? At no part was there any oversight committees on that. No part had review boards on that. No part had this revolving door of just using these positions and the unpaid labor of community members and the emotional toll that it takes on community members to have to participate in these stories of police brutality and have to be a part of the mechanism of the police industrial complex, the prison industrial complex. Even if you are a different side of it, right? Even if you are the counterweight, even if you're the yang to the yin, you are still part of the mechanism, right? You're not this gear, but you're this gear. The wheels still turn because look, let me tell you this: without police oversight committees, without police review boards, how would they shift the focus? We don't want reform. We want defunding. We want the abolition of police in general. And look, I know you're going to say to yourself right now, Jesse, what's your idea to replace people with? I mean, the police with? Well, in a perfect world, we would just shoot them all with Spider-Man webs and hang them upside down until they learn their lesson. Or we would put them in a stockade and let community members throw zucchini at their heads. But in this crazy world, there needs to be some kind of something, and I don't want to do that job. I'll do it reluctantly. If you're my neighbor and you call me and you tell me your boyfriend's wilding out on your kids, I will come over there and whoop your boyfriend's ass for you. But I don't want to do that for boyfriends I don't know. I don't want to do it for kids I don't have any relationship with. Like what? This dude just comes over and he just beats up people's mom's boyfriends. Sorry. Okay. So look, we should fire all the cops, but let them reapply. And when they reapply, apply the same standards that you would use to any other job: drug test, physical fitness test, psychological examination, mental aptitude test. I think the UPS guy's here. That always happens. Whenever I do a show, UPS is on the go. UPS, they're so fresh. They bring us messes and dresses and turns to trashes and lots of wrappers and lots of packages. All right, that wasn't my best rap. Oh shit. Okay. Look. Whoa, what is that? All right. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, you guys. It's been a long day. It's gonna be longer. Hopefully we get some. Stop. Hammock time. Every time you see me, my hammock is so high. It's not close to the floor, and no, you're not my guy. So when you're walking by, don't stop to wave. Because if you see me, I'll say my name is Dave. That's not my best rap either. All right. So check this out, you guys. I love you guys. Thanks to our sponsors, Stand Up Fight Back Clothing. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, for the rest of this week and the rest of July, however many days are left, we're going to pick up 4 local businesses, and we're going to give them free ad packages for the rest of the month. So if you know a local business that can benefit, we're going to pick 4. I'm not sure how we're going to pick 4, but we're going to pick 4, and we're going to give them some ad space just so that we can get more comfortable with our new formats with commercials and such. Okay? Remember this, a rising tide lifts all boats. So everybody, pee, 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 pee. Just keep peeing. Don't ever stop peeing. All right. 5,000 G's. See you tomorrow morning. Oh, and don't forget, the 5 Radio XL is back in business. Don't forget. From Kansas City to Timbuktu. If you're a chump, we don't fuck with you. Okay, you know how we end it these days, man. I'll see you.